Welcome friends, welcome to Bulls, Bricks and Blessings. Today I'm here to educate all of you about why you need to learn real estate, why you need to start taking interest in real estate, why all of you need to be aware what's happening in the real estate industry. We all talk about financial education, financial awareness, but we are not aware about the biggest financial decision which we all have to take one day, that is the decision of real estate. Neither in our school days, college days, nor on any of the online platform, there is no structured real estate education course which is available. So today I bring you here 10 reasons why you need to start learning about real estate. Reason 1, it's the largest ticket size item which you would be purchasing in your entire lifetime. Even if you see Mr. Ambani, the Shah Rukh Khan, the largest ticket size purchase which they have done is the Antillias and the Mannat. You believe me or not, any middle class person from the age of 25 to 75 in these 50 years, every middle class person would be witnessing transactions worth 100 crores. Your own decisions, your in-laws, your maternal and paternal side, your office colleagues, your friends, your clients. And when I say witness, I mean you can directly or indirectly influence the decision making, right? Even if you consider two real estate transactions worth 2 crore each, it would come out to be 100 crores. So you need to educate yourself about this. Reason 2, you need to see where the smart money is moving. When I say smart money, that is money belonging to the elites. These people have much more data, much more information, much more insights about the trend and the policies of the government. I give you the example of Narayana Murthy ji, who has purchased 100 crore worth 2 apartments in the Kingfisher Tower in Bangalore. Radhakrishnan Dhamani ji, who is purely an equity guy, he has made his fortune in the equity markets. When he purchases 28 apartments worth 1200 crores, my friend, bells should start ringing in your mind, and at least you should start taking interest and start exploring the real estate industry. Reason 3, you need to use both real estate as well as the equity in your favor. You can't be like, see, I'm an equity guy or I'm a real estate guy. No, you need to use both in your advantage. There are different trends and different cycles going on in both separately in equity and in real estate. You need to see in which, how much the trend has played out, what are the entry exits point, and need to enter and exit accordingly. And there's a big misconception that, what, Siddharth, real estate is an emotional decision. No, absolutely not. Real estate is a long-term commitment. It needs your conviction. You can't be like seeing on YouTube, watching any video. Oh, today I should purchase this stock. Today I should enter and exit in this stock. No, this is not how it works. And equity, rather I would say equity is an emotional decision, because the mind, what, Siddharth, today I want to buy an iPhone or a car, or I want to have a bigger car, want to increase my budget for this. So the first thing which you would break is your SIPs, and you would sell your equity to finance those depreciating assets. So the people who have conviction, who have long-term commitment, should consider real estate. Reason 4, restructuring of family assets and fair distribution of family inheritance. We need to evaluate what property the family is holding, what rental yield each of the property is giving, whether we have any alternative opportunity available in the market. And when we talk about inheritance, I remember the times of COVID-19 pandemic, where many unfortunate deaths took place in the households, and what was even more unfortunate was that it led to this unfortunate family disputes in the property. So there should be a proper registered will in place in the families. Reason 5, middle class needs to use leverage. That is the biggest advantage which the middle class is having today. Middle class is having a good financial history, good CIBIL. They can use leverage, can use debt to finance hard to buy assets. The upcoming generation, whatever it is, Gen Alpha, Beta, wouldn't be able to buy the real estate. As the proportionate increase in real estate value would be much higher than the marginal increase in their salaries, which wouldn't be sufficient to for them to take such a huge loan. And the lower class is catching up, especially the lower class is catching up with the middle class in terms of financial cash flows. The only thing which the lower class is not having is the financial history. But my friends, 5 years down the line, it seems that the trend may change. So middle class needs to use their advantage now. The sixth reason being retirement planning. To all my Indian viewers, I would like to give you a small secret. On a rental income of 40 lakh rupees annually, there are no taxes in India. So if you want to know how, that would be a topic for a separate video altogether. Hence, moving to reason 7, return per unit stress. That is the how much effort you put into, how much brain juice, how much mental energy you put into that investment decision making, and the how much proportionate returns did you yield it. If you are into very speculative investments, FNO, future and options, call put, playing all sort of that stuff, my friend, your quality of sleep would be compromising. Your quality of life, the time you spend with your family, the time which you could have used to relax as a leisure time, that sukoon, which what we say in Hindi, would vanish away from your life. So hence, returns per unit stress, you need to calculate this. See, my philosophy of investment is simple: buy well, sleep well, never sell. That is, you need to purchase good quality stocks, good quality real estates. So there is also a concept of timeless properties, that is, which can't be created in the future. Hence, you should buy them now when it's available, even by the same builder which has constructed that property. That same property can't be created in the future. So I would create a separate video for this, for explaining the concept of timeless property. Reason 8, understanding the difference between percentage returns and absolute returns. Many people come to me and said, Siddharth, we have gained 100%, 200% returns from some specific small cap stocks in the previous post-COVID bull run. So I say to them a simple thing: if you were having so much conviction in your fundamental analysis, your analysis of that stock, why didn't you put more? Why didn't you put only 10,000 rupee in that stock? That even if it gave you 500% return, that 10,000 rupees become 50,000. That wouldn't make your life different. You should have sold your house and put into that stock if you were so much, if you were having so much conviction that yes, this stock would give me five bagger, 10 bagger. See, this simple calculation of this simple metric of calculating someone's conviction is how much percentage of his net worth the person is investing in that stock. If an individual's net worth is 1 crore and is investing mere 10,000 rupee in that stock, you can fairly gauge that that person is simply speculating. So you need to understand, you need to focus upon absolute returns. That would change the quality of your life. Reason 9, you need to be aware of the traps in the real estate industry. In the Indian setting, if we talk about, People don't know the difference between RERA received, RERA registered, RERA applied. Just telling that it's always RERA received which you should be always be looking for. People say सिद्धार्थ बिल्डर बेवकूफ़ बनाते हैं लोगों को. नो, बिल्डर कभी लोगों को बेवकूफ़ नहीं बनाते. लोग बेवकूफ़ होते हैं, उनकी बेवकूफ़ी का फ़ायदा उठाया जाता है. The simple investment philosophy is when something is too good to be true, it's not true. This philosophy should always be held in your mind. And even at the cost of repetition, I am saying when something is too good to be true, it's not true. Reason 10th, you need to have a proper metric, proper factors which you would be comparing, when evaluating different builders, different projects. I have seen people walking into builders' sales gallery where builder display a very rosy picture of the project, and people are putting questions whose answers are already in the sales brochure. Simply putting it, my friend, if you are asking a question whose answers are already there in the brochure, you haven't done your homework correctly. That being said, stay tuned for a lot of real estate content on this channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Fill that early bird Google form below for a lot of offers on our property consultations and future courses. I will take your leave now. Goodbye.